Good morning, everyone, and welcome to our seminar on Chile. My name is Michael, and I am one of the reps here for Exotic Journeys. Thank you so much for joining us today for our special series of seminars focusing on exotic journeys, destinations, and special partners. And of course, in celebrating our milestone 45th anniversary of Exotic Journeys with us this year. So with that, I'm very happy to introduce some of our special guests. First, from the Exotic Journeys team, we have our director, Christine. Hello, Christine.
Hi, welcome everyone.
And we also have one of our product managers, Eva. Hello, Eva.
Hi, thank you, Michael. Welcome, everybody. We're very pleased to have you join us to discover Chile. And our guest star today is Alejandra Palma, Director of Sales for Chile at Condor Travel. Thank you for joining us. Please, you can start your presentation.
Thank you very much for inviting me and being part of this. Well, let me give you the welcome to all of you with this amazing picture that you're seeing from the penguin located in Tierra del Fuego, which is the way I usually like to start my presentations, by giving welcome to our attenders. Well, let's get now to what we have to talk about. I'm here to present the marvels of Chile, and this is exactly what I want to show you. Every single time when we speak about Chile and we want to introduce a very different option for our guests to stay, I try to stay focused on what we do on the snow season. Usually people purchase these all-inclusive packages in the hotels where you can rent all the things that you may need. However, there is a more familiar option related to a more private experience that you can find in the same area with a house that has been made around the beginning of the 900 years. 1,900 years, and this house has been rebuilt and they are now renting it as a house for a full family of 8 people maximum, and it has become into a great destination for people who wants to be located around the mountains here in Chile. This is the exact view that you will have from this area, and it is something that we are promoting a lot from now on, to invite families that they want to be in a more private environment, so they don't have to share with a lot of other people and stay enjoying a few days in the snow season here in Chile. Besides that, if we keep talking on the central zone, we also want to try to promote the huge cultural spirit that lives in Valparaiso. I know that if I say Viña del Mar or Valparaiso, most of you will understand exactly what I'm talking about. However, I don't know if you knew this, but Valparaiso, it's the worldwide capital for graffiti tours. And now we're having this extra activity for people to go and see how is the street, walking in this area, to check and study the graffitis, and they actually can teach you how to make one in the case you want to enjoy it. So this is something to make you feel more close to the culture and the people that live in this area, which is something that I totally recommend. And if we keep staying on the same central zone, you cannot ever say that you've been to Chile if you don't talk about wine. You know that we are such lovers of wine. And this hotel that I'm trying to promote in this picture belongs to the Vic Hotel, which is a full luxury property that it's located very near to Colchagua Valley. For someone who's related to the area, it's around 2 hours and 30 minutes driving from Santiago. And the owner of this place has decided to make the best wine all over the world. He make a study between Chile and Argentina, and I'm not kidding. He purchases more than 1,000 hectares to produce its own wine. As a result of that, they built these hotels with 12 different rooms, and they hired 12 different designers to decorate each one of the rooms. So we are talking about something really exclusive with an amazing view, and everything is open, very artistic. I would say that that's the word that I was looking for. And this makes perfect for honeymoons or couples that are celebrating anniversaries or things like that. This is unbelievable. I'm telling you, I totally recommend it. And also another question that we usually have when people wants to stay in Santiago is that they feel like there's no a lot of outdoor options available for them to purchase. And I do want to remind you that that's not the case, because we have a place called Cajón del Maipo, which is an hour and 15 minutes driving from Santiago, and it's what the locals call the green lung of Santiago. Here is the place where you will find all the outdoor activities that you may desire to do, like rafting, horseback riding, or trekking. And there's a few hotels as well in this area for that people that wants to stay, or they have to stay in Santiago, because you know that we only have one international airport and they don't want to stay like in the crowded city with thousands of people. This is a perfect choice with them. We have a few hotels that we can offer and mix with these great activities. Now, with this amazing photo that you were seeing about the Moon Valley in San Pedro Atacama, we are changing the subway a little bit. You know that Chile is such a long country and we have so much diversity on each corner. And now we are talking about the north part of the country. In San Pedro Atacama, as you may know, this has been selected 2 years in a row as the best romantic destination in South America. And also it offers these amazing landscapes as being the driest desert all over the world as well. Here, one of the activities that we are promoting a lot is the ballooning experience that you can do in this club, which is something that I was able to do a few months before the pandemic started. And I was able to enjoy this amazing tour that starts around 5:30 or 6 a.m. because the main idea for them is to pick you up at the hotel, take you to the place where the balloon is being filled by air. And then when you start the tour, it must be really early at morning, because they want to make you see how the first light of the sun are touching the entire desert. The flight goes between 550 meters up to 600 meters above the sea level. And it is just amazing. I'm telling you, this is one of the best things I've ever done in San Pedro Atacama. And every single time that I have to explain how great was this, I try to remind the Lion King movie when the father was trying to teach to the son that all that it's covered by the sun was part of their king. This is kind of the feeling that I got when it was on the tour. So I really recommend it. Additionally, something that it's really well known in this area is the stargazing tours that you can do in here. And I would like to highlight something, because most of the people, when they come to Chile and they say, I want to go to San Pedro Atacama to make the best astronomy tour possible. And I just want to remind you that even though you can do these tours in San Pedro Atacama and they are great, the best place in Chile to make astronomy is near to La Serena city, which is a little bit south of San Pedro Atacama, and it's a place that back in the 80s was considered and called the Tibet of America. Valle del Elqui and La Serena region are a place where you can find a lot of spiritual experiences for our guests. In this place, you have guaranteed 300 sunny days at the year, and it is a place perfect for spiritual treatments or physical treatments, or you know, interconnections with your soul kind of treatments. It's all about an experience where you can try to heal yourself from inside and out. That's the concept that they usually do. A few years ago, I think that we used to not promoting this area, basically because we didn't have a great hotel industry that supported, but now it has changed. What you're seeing here, it's from Hotel Casamoye, which is the first 5-star hotel located in this region. And they have everything that you may imagine that you will need to have an amazing experience. And of course, the best stargazing tour all over the world. Now, let's change the subject a little bit again, and we're gonna be traveling to Easter Island, the most remote island that you will find in here. And the activities that I would like to highlight in here, more the ones that I'm sure you already know, is that we are having this sunset, which is the most remote in Chile that you will find in here. I just want to try to make you understand that when you are in Easter Island, you are so conscious that there's nothing but water around you. No matter where you're staying at, you only will see the water around you, and it gives you kind of this feeling of being in a place where you feel like there's no one else around you, and it's kind of exciting. I really loved it when I was there, and this kind of landscapes are unique pretty much because of that, and it represents the culture of the Easter Island people, with this real fact that the moais, which are the stones that you can see in here, they're always looking to the sea and not anywhere else. Besides that, we also are trying to promote a lot of the diving in Rapa Nui to see this moai, which is down the water, and it is an activity that works perfectly fine for our guests. In this area, I would like to remind you that you are not going to find like a lot of different fishes species in this area, so it's really easy for people to go and swimming in here. So I think that it's also a great thing to recommend for you and your guests, besides all the 3 tours that everyone does when they go to Easter Island on a regular package. And of course, if we speak about Easter Island, we cannot miss the Tapati Festival, which is celebrated the first 2 weeks of February each year, I'm sorry. And here you will find a festival that tries to celebrate and contemplate the activities that people from Easter Island used to do a few years ago to remind the culture and how they keep it alive, and you are able to be part of it. They let you enjoy one of these activities. You don't have to pay anything extra for participating. You just need to go stay in your hotel and try to be outside sharing with everyone. It's like a local party that it's nonstop between these 2 weeks. It's amazing. And usually when people want to go, they try to make a reservation with a year of advance, because I would say that it's one of the most demanded activities that you can find here in Chile. Now, if we keep traveling now, we're gonna switch the destination a little bit, and we're going to the south part of our country. I think that if I say Puerto Montt, Puerto Varas, or Lake District, you may be related to the area where we are located right now. What you're seeing right now, it's a place called Marimari, that in Mapudungun, which is the language that the Mapuches speak, means like welcome. And this is the first eco resort that you will find in South America, and they are located in the region of Lake District. However, it is not close or Puerto Montt or Puerto Varas. It is 1 hour and 30 minutes driving from the Puerto Montt airport. And I decided to use this picture to show you exactly what you have in front of you, which is just the ocean. So these kind of advertisements that says, let's go fishing on a river that has no name, it's 100% true, because there's no human inspectors there around the area. It's just gonna be a few houses that the hotel has, the main house where you go and have dinner and have lunch, and then all the property and the nature, it's ready for you to discover in the area. It has been one of the most exclusive products that we have developed here in Chile, and it's working really, really well so far. Now, let's keep going and travel to the south. We're gonna visit our amazing Patagonia with this picture that I love a lot. And in here, I would like to highlight a few things. For instance, most of the people, when they want to come to Chile and they want to come to Patagonia, they usually only think about Torres del Paine. And that's something that we need to change, because remember that we have between the lake region and Torres del Paine, Aysén region. And in Aysén, it's the perfect place in Chile to do self-drive. All these routes amazing that you would like to discover, like in this case that we're seeing the Queulat National Park, are able to do by a self-drive format, mainly because every single city that you will visit in here, it's between 3 hours of distance driving between them, and you will see these crazy natural things like the Marble Caves, for instance, which is located in Puerto Rio Tranquilo. But We try to promote a lot the self-drive experience, because you may imagine that having a guide and a transport ready just for you, it makes it expensive, and sometimes you have to keep the same guidance. They're not moving on the timings that you may have to enjoy this. So the self-drive concept has worked perfectly well in this area of Chile, and I would like to recommend it with all my strength, because we are ready to operate it. We have the companies needed, the hotels, and it just works perfectly. I'm not kidding. This works really, really well. And now, if we keep going to the south, to the Magallanes region, where you know Punta Arenas, Puerto Natales, and Torres del Paine, which I'm sure that are names that you already know by heart, we're promoting some additional excursions for you to fulfill the expectations that you can have here in Patagonia. The first one is touching the ice. I'm sure that if I say the Great Glacier, you will be aware of the glacier that it's in Torres del Paine. Well, now we have the chance to make a walk on the ice, which has become into a great activity for all the hikers, lovers that love to do these tours, to complement their itineraries with these kind of activities. And also, you can mix the culture of the Patagonia with this full day tour that will take you extremely closer to the identity of the gaucho, which is the name that we have for the people that could be like the cowboys in the Patagonia. So this full day tour takes you to an estancia, which is like an old big house in Patagonia, where they teach you how they make the cordero, the barbecue of cordero. I forgot the word, I'm sorry. And you also have the chance to see how they work with the sheep, and the dogs are running after them. It's a really cultural activity where you're able to get closer to the identity of the gaucho, which in this case is the guy that is having the hat on his head in here. And very, very important, another activity that we think that it's important for us to highlight is the kayak that you can do now in the Great Glacier. I know that most of the people takes a navigation that it's really well known by our audience when they want to mix between Torres del Paine and having a general vision of the Great Glacier. But now you can mix it with a kayak experience on the glacier itself, or also with a hiking, which is the activity that I showed you 2 slides before.
Yeah, sure. Thank you so much, Alejandro, for sharing all that great information with us. I mean, as you can see, everyone, Chile has so much to offer. There's so much to see and tons to do. Everything, of course, can be arranged at Exotic Journeys. A lot of what Alejandro has talked to us about today. Personally, the hot air balloon ride is something that I'd love to do. I think that must be a really great experience. So, and I didn't know that that was in Chile, or I had that as an option. So that's great, great information. Hope everyone found it informative. Please make sure you visit exotictours.com to register for any future sessions. And thank you again. Have a great day, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.